B-ball in that last round. What a huge momentum. Time for the 5th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Starting to take some deep... How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Tarver in that last round.
Get back out there and switch it.
This is the beginning of round 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A lot of effort being exerted here. Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Vivo on that. And there's the bell for round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Vivo in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it. And there's the bell for round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
A straight right just misses. Close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Good counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the...
Here comes Dmitry Bivol. Here's the man who took the boxing world by storm in 2022. He won the Fighter of the Year thanks in large part to his dominating win over Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas. Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan by way of Russia, presenting the acclaimed light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Dmitry Bivol. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Insane action. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
The action is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they wait.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Pensacola's finest is down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell for round 2. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to bust him. He's got to bluff him.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. He wanted action, and they are delivering. That counter shot lands. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Nice counter shot. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Bivol on that. Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. The perfect counter lands. And that hook misses. Good counter punching. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skillful.
Oh my God, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. That was the moment!
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You'd like to see more jabs. They both want a knockout, you can tell. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About Bivol in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter. Couldn't land that jab. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bevo. There's the bell to start round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A lot of effort being exerted here. How about that time counter shot? Holding nothing back here in the round. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. On to the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use plain of the brawn.
Fight so far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Stamina is off the charts. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what, pride's going to get you knocked out.
Despite what... Talk about Bevo in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get...
Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything when you let those shots go. And
Beagle is on the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
that's lights out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your glove.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're away.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, what a shot! Dimitri Bivol in some serious trouble here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell them when they go back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses this fight.